Hello everyone, Dark Kirby 14 here. Welcome to another edition of a new Let's Play I'm introducing this week. I'm going to also introduce the redo of Crash Twinsanity, because this has been a project that I've been dodging. Yeah, this is a project that I have been really dodging. I'm doing this on the fat Xbox, by the way. And I have in my hands, the Fat Duke controller. Yes, that behemoth. That's what we're doing this with. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. This big behemoth of a controller is probably one of my favorites. Probably because the buttons are so big and my big fat fingers can touch them all. Anyway. So I'm going to take some time away from streaming a little bit just so I can get back ahead of the curve because one of those... That's one of those... That's what That's one of those, Yeah, I did this long ago. This is what, like I said before, this is when I was first doing Let's Plays, mind you. This is when I was starting out. Like, I didn't know the ins and ends of quality videos, editing, chopping, that kind of thing. Like, that wasn't my strong suit at the time. Like, I didn't really know too much. I still have to do I'm thinking of making those into next year's project. Like a next year project. Or maybe even a this year. We'll see. But... So... Yeah, so that's one of those that works really well. And that's one of the... So yeah, I did this a long time ago. Okay, so Michigan Notre Dame is also coming up this week. And I believe Michigan can win that game. You want to know why I believe Michigan can win that game? They're more talented and they have better coaching. Basically, everyone not named Mo Hurst and Mike McRae returns. Well, Mike McRae's slow. And we have lots of talent, so I'm not worried. We have the talent and the depth. I'm not worried about those. Those don't worry me. The other things worry me. Like, the other details worry me a little bit. But I think we should be able to win that. I do that. I think a lot of people say I do the thing a lot, but I think I've made mention of that. My brain sometimes isn't caught up with my thoughts. There's a disconnect between the two. That's why I try not to do it. That's So that's kind of why I do it. I don't mean to do it, and I don't mean like to anything else, but it's just that my brain doesn't like to keep up with my thoughts, if that makes any sense to anyone. But that's kind of how it happens. Like, I'm not trying to like sound unprofessional or make excuses, but I think giving an explanation is at least some sort of thing. And that's one of the things that I do, is that my brain sometimes doesn't keep up with my thoughts. The hell? The hell are you doing? Oh, gosh. Okay, and in going back through this game, you're going to see, like, my honest thoughts about this, and I think, like, going through this game in my initial run-through, I discovered a lot, like how unpolished this game really is. You'll see more of what I mean by that later. This game, like, the one thing I don't get as to why this game isn't finished is that it came out in June. But I don't understand why not just back it up to the holidays, make this a holiday release. Make this a holiday release. That way you can finish the game. And put in everything. Like this is succeeding Wrath of Cortex, which was also rushed, let's be honest. Wrath of Cortex was also rushed out. And probably should have been allowed to finish its process. I like that. I like it, but it's not one of my favorite Crash games. I would put it honestly towards Mind Over Mutant in Crash of the Titans. Crash of the Titans was such a bitter disappointment. Like that game was a bitter disappointment. Like I can't even front on that.
It's easy. All too easy.
And that's one of those. And that's one of the things I feel like this game would be so. And this game contains a bevy of cut content. You want to talk about cut content? This game has loads of it. And I mean loads. Loads of content. And I mean literal loads of cut content. Like it's ridiculous. I've never thought about a game having this cut content. And this game, this is one of the biggest cut content games ever. Like Crash Twinsanity has an insane amount of cut content. Like I'm being real here. Damn, I thought I could make that. Like, you want to talk about, like, this game is one of the leaders in the many bevies of cut content that it has. Like, it is insane how much content was cut from this game. Like, this game has an insane load of it. Like, I've never seen a game have so much cut content. Like, this game, like, the cut content in this game alone is insane. The amount of cut content that exists in this game alone is insane. It is ridiculous how much cut content is in this game. Right, the sheer plethora of it is insane. Like, just the sheer plethora of content that has been removed from this game. Like, it is insane how much content was cut from this game.
I'm okay. The spikes broke my fall.
Like, just the sheer plethora of cut content in this game is insane.
Hey! Yeah, you! I've been doing this for 10 stinking years. Back and forward, back
Like,
and
it's
forward,
insane to think that there's so much cut content from one game. And I'm sure there are others that exist out there. Like, the others that are out there are there's probably an insane amount of cut content in them too.
Surprised to see me, Crash? Like the fleas in your fur, I keep coming back. 3 years I spent alone in the frozen Antarctic wastes. And I miss you.
It's amazing to think that there are a lot of games out there that had content removed from them.
Like a birthday party, except the exact opposite. And
Like,
look,
like,
all of your friends are here.
just the amount of cut content that in games out there is
Very
just,
popular.
it really is something to think about.
Presents.
Okay, so this boss battle can be a little bit tricky if you don't pay attention to what's around you, the surrounding environments and whatnot. Like, if you're not paying attention to what's around you, you can lose in this one very easily.
You shouldn't have. Pinstripe, how thoughtful. Oh dear, 2 of the same. Don't
Yeah, I'm just think if I said correctly, I gotta get my channels in order because of what happened because of my fail whale. So I'm trying to get a little ahead here. I'm gonna try and get ahead. Let's okay. I gotta pay attention. Okay, so that's what's kind of tricky if you don't know what you're doing. So we gotta, okay, so this phase is actually easier than the first phase.
You are magnificent.
Of course I was, you fool.
I haven't got the new Madden. Oh, I wonder if that other Blade Strangers has come out yet, because I wanna try another fighting game. That game should be out today. Okay, so it's shipped. But I'm concerned about interested as if it's got CPU versus CPU. That does, it's got potential. It's got Shovel Knight in it too. Yeah, so that interests me. No, I didn't pay attention to that one. Okay. So that takes care of that part. So that we'll pick up the. All right. So